Hello everybody, happy new year and welcome to the first vlog of 2026. I'm so excited to be back. I had a really nice long holiday, which was lovely, and now it's time to get back into the routine, get back into work, into writing, into everything. So it's actually 8:30. I have to leave, but I'm gonna head into work early this morning just for about an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna come back early, and then we're gonna spend some time doing a few things that's going to help me reset for the year, which I'm looking forward to, and just getting back into my routine again. I think that is one of the biggest things for me, is I want to get back into a good morning and evening routine / work routine, just a good routine in general. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I want to do, and we can do them together. We can hang out for a bit, but for now let's head off to work for a bit. We can come back and tackle the rest of our to-do list. If anyone has any song recommendations for the new year, I really need to update my Spotify playlist, so please let me know. It's quite a bit later now. I got back from the gym. I basically just walked on the treadmill. It wasn't like I was doing any vigorous exercise. Today is a bit more of a rest day because yesterday I went for a run and I went to the gym, so that was a bit intense. I ended up having to work a lot later than I'd originally planned, so I'm not really sure how much I'm going to get done from all of the things that I wanted to do today. But it's also fine, because whatever I don't end up doing today, I will just do tomorrow. I think I'm going to get into something a little bit more comfortable. I want to make myself some tea, but it's just ridiculously hot at the minute, so I don't think tea is a reasonable option. My mom just came outside because she was like, why am I sitting in the driveway and not getting out of the car? But I don't think tea is a reasonable option, so maybe we should make some iced coffee. I don't know. Actually, you know what? No. I need to drink water. That is the problem. I haven't been drinking nearly enough water in the last month, so I think we're going to fill up my water jug and we are going to hydrate, because that is also one of the things that I want to get better at this year. To get most of my admin tasks done. It is now, it's almost 6 p.m. I didn't actually realize how quickly the time had gone by, but I just finished editing chapter 6 of my young adult high fantasy novels. If you're not up to date with my writing journey currently, I'm working on my first high fantasy novel. I finished the first draft at the end of last year. I can't remember exactly when, but I just finished the first draft recently, and now I am doing my first round of edits before I submit the manuscript to an agent, which is going to be a terrifying and exciting process. But for now, I just want to have the manuscript a little bit more polished before I send it off to any agents. Like I said, I finished chapter 6 today, which I'm quite happy with. I'm going to try and get about halfway through chapter 8 this week. That is my goal. I don't want to rush through any of the chapters because I do want to take my time with all of them and make sure that I'm editing them as well as I possibly can. On the other hand, especially developmental edit wise, I feel like the manuscript needs a new pair of eyes to kind of look at it from a different perspective and see where the bigger changes can be made. But I think for the most part there's not going to be a lot of developmental editing, which is good because that is a lot of work. But I'm quite happy for now. It's nice to be working on the manuscript again after I haven't touched it for about a month, which I think was good. Like initially it freaked me out a bit because I felt like I wasn't making any progress, but I think it was good that I took a step away and now I can come back. My mind feels a little bit more refreshed to work on the novel. But I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. I'm gonna go and relax for the rest of the evening, have dinner because I am starving and I want to watch. I started watching People We Meet on Vacation, but I only got about halfway because I was too tired to finish watching the movie. So I kind of want to finish that tonight because I've been seeing so much hype on social media and so far I really liked it. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Good morning. It is a few days later from when I started filming this. I wanted to film and edit this vlog last week and have it uploaded already, but then I got sick for a couple of days and I was just in bed and I couldn't film or do any of the things that I wanted to do. So it's now the next week, it's Monday, and so I figured that we could just try and pick up where we left off because there is still a couple of things that I want to do. So something exciting that's happening in about, what time is it? 20 minutes. I have a video call for a new part-time job that I'm starting this year. So for those of you who know, I work part-time during the afternoons and then I usually spend most of my mornings working on my novels. But since I do have some time free in the mornings, I actually got offered the opportunity for another part-time job which is remote, so that means I'll still be able to do it whilst I'm at home and, you know, work my own hours and that kind of thing, which was pretty much perfect or exactly what I was looking for. So I do have some training and things that I need to do before I can officially get started. So that's what this video call is going to be about, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm kind of nervous because I think there's a lot of unknown about what this job is going to be like, but it is in writing, so it's definitely up my alley. It's not something that's totally unfamiliar and new territory, but I think there's just that element of I don't really know what to expect yet. I don't know what it's all going to look like, and I think only once I figure out and really get into the rhythm of things I feel better about it. But for now we are both excited and also a little bit nervous. I hope it works out. I feel like there's just a lot riding on this opportunity currently because there's a chance that I might pursue this more full-time next year. And so I just really hope that it works out, but obviously everything works out as it should, so I don't want to spend too much time stressing about it. Other important thing that I kind of need to take care of today is I need to take this book back to the library. It's Beautiful World Where Are You by Sally Rooney. It's the first Sally Rooney book I've ever read and I kind of enjoyed it. I feel like it's pretty easy reading and fast-paced, but I just, with everything that was going on last week and the fact that I was sick, I didn't get around to reading a lot. So I think, how many pages do I have left? I have about 40 pages left and I really want to finish the book before I have to take it back because I already renewed it, so I don't think I can renew it again. And I just have a few other things that I kind of still want to do. I want to really get back into journaling. I want to work on my novel for a bit, and I also just want to get some planning done for this week and this month. I'm being very optimistic about this year and I'm just excited for everything that lay ahead. Equally nervous and excited. I think there's just so many new things. I'm just looking forward to seeing where everything goes and how it all plays out. as you can tell, it is now quite a few hours later. It is, I think it's 9:30 in the evening, and I'm just kind of settling down for the night and getting ready for bed. Okay, first thing first, let's start with my, not really interview, but video call, work-related video call. It actually went really well. I'm really happy with how it went. It did end up going on a lot longer than I originally thought it was going to be, so I don't really have much time to do anything else that I wanted to do today, hence why I'm doing it now. But we just basically covered a lot of what I'm going to be doing when I'm starting my work. It was almost a bit like a training session. So I have my first project starting tomorrow, which is kind of intimidating and scary, but I know what I'm supposed to do. I have a rough idea of what I have to do, so I feel like once I just get started, then I'll probably feel a lot better about it. But at this stage, it's just like this thing that's there, and it's big, and it's scary, and I need to tackle it. But starting tomorrow, that's what we're gonna do. My deadline is, I think it's in 2 weeks, so I don't have a lot of time to do it, but I'm really excited about this job and this opportunity, and I think it's going to be really, really good for me. So I think going forward, I'm very excited, but I just need to get started and I'll be less stressed about it. Anyway, so like I said, it went on for quite a while, so I had to rush to the library. I finished the last 40 pages of Beautiful World, Where Are You? Ali Rooney has a really interesting writing style. I feel like it takes some getting used to, or you kind of have to like know what you're getting into. I'll happily read another Sally Rooney book in the future, but I finished it, returned it to the library, and then I went straight to work, got home from work, had dinner, watched some TV with my boyfriend, and now I finally have some me time. So one of the other things, I think I mentioned this, pretty sure I mentioned this, but one of the things that I really want to do this year, that I want to do more of this year, is to journal. I feel like I kind of started journaling more seriously when I was about 16, and each year it kind of varied, like the things that I would journal about or what I would use my journal for. But I think for a lot of it, it was like recounting certain days or events, especially like really happy ones, and sometimes I would kind of use it as a mental dump. But a lot of it in my more recent journals was more so writing about specific days that I want to remember. However, for this year, I think I want to use my journal more so as like a space of reflection, I guess. And yeah, just kind of use it as a place where I can just dump all of my thoughts and ideas and feelings, and use it as a space where I can just do some self-reflection and work on myself a little bit. So that's kind of my goal or my intention with my journal for this year. It's less writing about specific days or memories, which I can do if I really feel like it, but rather maybe how those specific events made me feel, why they made me feel that way, and just to really use it as a place to process my thoughts and kind of learn more about myself. I feel like that's something that I haven't really done in a while. I think someone is calling me. Be right back. What was I talking about? I don't know. I think it was about my intention with my journal. I want to get to know myself and grow as a person this year, and I want to use my journal to accomplish that partially, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm rambling. So this is the journal that we have. It's just a plain brown leather journal. I think I got this for Christmas last year, and I used it for a few entries last year. I didn't write too much in it. I may have used like a third of this from my entries last year, but I think it would be great if I can finish this journal this year. So I'm gonna sit for a bit and kind of reflect on 2025, because I haven't done that yet, and I think just write down some of my intentions for this year. One of the big things that I want to focus on this year is just like spending time with myself again, but more so like filling up my own cup so that I have more to give, if that makes sense. Instead of it just being like, oh, I just need to spend time with myself because that's good for you, I want to just really spend intentional time filling up my own cup. I want to grow into a better person, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So that being said, which was a lot, we are going to journal for it. I'm going to reflect on last year. I'm going to write down some intentions for this year, and I think then we're going to go to bed because I'm quite tired, and tomorrow is a very long and exciting day with my new job. Made myself a cup of tea and we're about to get started with the work that I need to do for my new part-time job. So I feel like at this point it's one of those things where you don't really have a school project that you've procrastinated to start, and now it just feels like this really intimidating thing that lies ahead of you. That's the way I feel about it right now, but I think as soon as I actually get started and also remind myself that I do have 2 weeks to finish it, it's going to be better. So I just need to get started. That is what needs to happen. I think the first thing that I need to do is to go through the material they've given me, and then I can start planning what I need to do. So we're going to start with that. I have my cup of tea. I think I'm going to put on a little bit of Spotify music, maybe like a indie playlist or something. I have this one, I think I've talked about it in the past. I have this one specific playlist. It's a soft folk indie playlist that I usually like to put on when I'm working or writing, so something like that. And yeah, wish me luck. I will check in with you in a little bit and let you know how it's going. But I'm excited and nervous and excited, and I just need to get started. That is what needs to happen. It's now quite a bit later. I've been at this for some time, and I've mostly just been going through everything that the client sent, which is a lot more than I was expecting. So I think that took me a lot longer than I'd originally planned, which meant that I haven't really gone around to doing a lot of work myself because I've just been kind of trying to wrap my mind around everything that the client has sent through. So I don't feel like I've made any significant progress yet, but I actually have. It just doesn't look like it. I almost need to go and make lunch and start getting ready for work because I have to go to work in a bit, and then I have a social event on this evening with some friends, which I'm looking forward to, but I think I might have to continue with this tomorrow. I'm feeling a little bit better than I felt before I started, but not significantly better because it is still, it's a lot. And it's still a little bit intimidating. But I do think I will eventually get the hang of it. I just need to remind myself that I have 2 weeks to complete this. It doesn't have to be done tomorrow. And I'm figuring it out as I go along. So first day was not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. And yeah, it's still a learning process, and that's fine. It is now Thursday morning and I kind of just wanted to give you a bit of an update on how my work's been going before I end this vlog. So I think most of Tuesday was kind of just spent figuring out what I'm supposed to do and just going through all of the information that the client has given us. And I feel like yesterday was a bit more of a breakthrough day where I really made some really good progress in my planning and figuring out how I'm gonna go about this project. And I think that's kind of gonna make the rest of this project so much easier because I already know what I'm supposed to do, so I kind of just need to go and do it. That is what I'm currently busy with. I've set up sort of like little goals for myself so that I can have it done by my deadline. So I only have to do a relatively small section today, but overall so far so good. I'm really enjoying this new challenge. I feel like I'm learning a lot, so I think that's really good. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited to see where it goes. Obviously I'm still learning this and figuring out, so I don't think it's going to be perfect when I'm done with it. Obviously I also want to present the best work possible, so on the one hand I do need to put a lot of effort into it, but I don't need to be too hard on myself or like too perfectionist about it. I just need to do it properly and remind myself that I'm still learning. But yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the morning before heading off to work. I also journaled this morning, which I'm quite proud of. Like I said, it's not something that I want to do every single day or make it part of my daily routine, but I do want to do it a few times a week because I do think that it can be very beneficial. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you in the next vlog.